So there's this cool little contrapuntal lick out of Bach's first Invention for piano, which is a series of these like two-part compositions that are good for building independence in what we're doing here. This one's nice because we can make it fit over a 2-5-1. And if you can make it fit over a 2-5-1, you might actually play it now and then, instead of just practicing it and getting frustrated because you can't do anything with it. So here's how the thing is put together. Starting on a D minor chord, because why not? Our bottom voice starts at the root, and then chromatic down, which is great, so you don't have to care what key you're in. It's just a chromatic. Just go down a fret. And the way we're going to do it first, then it comes down to the 5th. So if you're thinking of like a D minor chord, it's kind of across the middle 2 strings, right? Cool. So that's my bass voice, my lower voice. My higher voice on top is mostly a scale. But I'm starting with this jump of a 4th. And I'm not thinking of it like a jump of a 4th. I'm thinking of it like this is in the chord, this is in the chord. I want to land on a chord tone. So I'm going to go a little too far and come back. I think it's called an appoggiatura, but freshman year of music school was a long time ago. But I think that's the right word. So I've got this thing. And you know it's good because it ends on root 7, which gets you down to the 3rd of the next chord. So check it out. It's going to bring me to a G chord. I'm going to do the same thing functionally. Root, chromatic, root, 5th. On the bottom and on top, I'm going to go around from my 3rd to my 5th. Whether you're thinking about that as the 6th of a chord, you're thinking of your scale, whatever way you use to visualize the fretboard. Chord tone, passing tone. So then I put these together. It gets me to a nice C chord. Which is the lines and together. Great little lick. There's a couple of ways you can alter it slightly, make it potentially a little bit cooler, right? Thing one is instead of going down to the 5th, if all this makes sense so far, you can go down to the 3rd. Wherever you want to visualize it to find it. The easiest place to think of it is the place you'll actually use it. So go with that one. So if I do this cool thing happens. Top voice is going down, bottom voice going up. It's called contrary motion. And it's a nice thing to build into your counterpoint lines because if your 2 lines are going different directions, that it sounds less like you're harmonizing a scale and more like they're acting independently, which is the goal for all this stuff. You can do that over the G too. Great. Over this G chord, if you want it to be weirder, you can get weirder with it. Whatever your altered scale of choice is, doesn't matter. Root, chromatic, root, third. So it can be pretty vanilla. Or you can put a flat 6 in there. Or you can mess with the 9s. Which kind of wants to get minor, right? So you can adapt this over whatever cool thing you're practicing, but I'm just taking 2 different structures that I can run at the same time. I found one that happens to go through the circle of fifths, so 2 5-1s. These inventions are full of these little ideas where either the voices take turns, right? So they're kind of ping-ponging back and forth. Or there's places where they're running 2 against 1 and just busier the whole time. And it's all great and it's all good stuff to play, but the stuff I care the most about are the little bits I can kind of extract and use over tunes. If you like this sound and want to hear something that isn't Bach that does it, I really like the Jerry Mulligan Quartet. He was a baritone saxophone player, and he put together these groups that didn't have a comping instrument, so the whole thing functions kind of like one of these Bach pieces. If you want harmony, one of the horns has to play it, which is good for horns to listen to, because I like when horn players comp. So yeah, this is a little 2-part inversion lick lifted off of a Bach piece. There's a bunch of them. Thanks for listening.